Hey guys, Melody here. Welcome to today's video. So today, in my redstone learning journey, I figured out how to make a chicken farm. Again, again, in these recent ones, I haven't taken any help from the internet. So for example, the tree farm over there, the honey farm over here, and this chicken farm. I have taken zero help from the internet in doing these, okay? Obviously, this one I took help from the internet in figuring out how to use comparators in this manner. I couldn't figure it out for myself, so I needed help from the internet. And then over there, there's another redstone contraption in which I needed help from the internet as well. But these ones I've tried to figure them out for myself without taking help from the internet. And don't mind that. That's just me messing around with player heads. Okay. So today we're gonna go over this chicken farm. Now I've tried. This one is the more compact version. One downside with the compact version is that you will not get any eggs or cooked chicken. Okay, you will not get any eggs or cooked chicken from this. Okay. That is one issue with the compact version, is that you will not get any cooked chicken or eggs from this. Okay, so how did I do it? Honestly, this noise is kinda annoying me, so let's just do that, okay, because it's kinda annoying. Okay, so how did I make this? So this machine is actually quite simple. All you have to do is like use eggs, spam it over here. Chickens will spawn over here and they will grow up into adult chickens, as you can see. They will lay eggs over here, which is then sent to this dispenser, okay? Now the thing about hoppers is that they move stuff one item at a time, right? So eggs come in here one item at a time. So what you can do is take advantage of this thing over here. So a comparator is coming out of the dispenser. An observer observes the comparator and sends power to the redstone dust, which then powers this piston. And there's an observer over here observing this piston, and thereby, whenever the piston is powered and then powered, it sends redstone pulses to this dispenser, which then throws the egg. Oh, as you can see, it just happened right now. Which then throws the egg into here, and then the chickens land here. Oh look, a chicken is about to die. See? Yeah, these chickens cannot escape because it's not one block, it's 1.5 block, as you can see, the slab. The thing about baby chickens is that if you look at the head boxes, baby chickens are half a slab tall, and adult chickens are more than half a slab tall. As you can clearly see, the adult side, the babies are still alive, as you're currently witnessing right now. So I've got powdered snow in here. This is the more compact version in which you have the powdered snow. So the adult chickens will freeze to death, okay? They will literally just freeze to death, and yeah, the hopper collects the remains and puts them into this chest here. Now the downside is that you won't get any of this egg or cooked chicken, okay? Cooked chicken. You need to manually cook the chicken, and you cannot really get any eggs from this unless you're fast enough to like spam click through this hopper. So you have to, so if you want either of those two items, like cooked chicken are eggs, what you have to do is make a manual version of this, which is less compact, okay? This is compact version. And the manual version is where you have to kill the chickens manually. How do you do that? Well, let me show you. So it's basically the same as the cow one I showed you in my earlier videos, where you just put the lava in this dispenser, have an observer over here, and have a stone, hold on, have a stone button or whatever button at the observer. So what happens is that happens. So this is a manual kill one. So in this one, what you have to do is you have to come over. You see that there are a bunch of chickens in here, so you have to press the button. If you see there are a bunch of chickens in here, you press the button, and then you manually kill the chickens by pressing the button. This is an automatic one because the powdered snow automatically kills the chicken. So this automatically, collects the remains of the chicken because it's automatically killing it. This one you have to come over, see that there are a bunch of chickens, and press the button manually, okay? It's less compact because, as you can see, this will require 2 blocks more. You place the dispenser in place of this glass block here, and then you need the observer and button on the side. Actually, 1 block more, because you place the observer over here, then the button. So it's 1 block less compact, right? Because you place the observer like over here, let's say, whatever facing, let's forget about the facing, and then you place the button. That's 1 block more, so it's less compact. Okay, it's less compact than the powdered snow version, which, as you can see, is a lot more compact. And this one, I've had several versions. I've had like 2 or 3 versions of this. This dispenser automatically dispensing the baby chickens one. Okay. So the first one, which I had, was just an observer clock. So this dispenser over here just spams because of the observer clock. It keeps on spamming. But then I decided to switch to this one where it switch to one where it only shoots out when there is an egg in it. Okay, if there is no egg in it, it does not shoot out anything. So yeah, I did that one, which was less compact than this one here, because from there I had redstone dust coming all the way around to this dispenser. So it's less compact than this one over here. Then I thought, I can definitely compact this even more, because if you see professional redstoners in their videos, right, they seem to have things really compact. So I wanted the same thing. I wanted to make it compact, right? I don't want an ugly bit of redstone wire coming around this thing just to power the dispenser. So I wanted something smarter than that, smarter than the ugly one. Okay, smarter than the one where the redstone wire comes all the way around this tube to power the dispenser. So I tried to compact this. One version of the compaction did not work properly. It really did not work properly. The thing is that I tested it. If you put a heap of eggs in here, right, it does not work properly if you put a heap of eggs in here. So then I was still like, how do I fix it? How do I fix it? Then I came onto this version of it where it works properly. Even if you put a heap of eggs in here, like as you can see in here, it's still working properly. As you can see, it's still like shooting out all of the eggs. No eggs are left behind in the dispenser. This one works properly. The last one, I don't know why it wasn't working properly. Like the last one was supposed to be faster than this version, but for some reason, than the previous versions, it was supposed to be like only like 2 game ticks because of the comparator. The comparator takes 2 game ticks to power up, right? So it was supposed to be only 2 game ticks because it used an observer block. But I don't know why it wasn't working, right? It wasn't working properly. So then I updated to this version, and as you can see, this version clearly works. It works really nice. Okay, it works really good. Let me see if I can remember the previous version. The previous version was one where I had something like, if I remember correctly, yeah, I remember. It was like, yeah, I had an observer like so, and then the diamond block here, and then the redstone dust, and then obviously the dispenser is over here, so I had a block about the dispenser like so. Now this version did not work. This is the version that did not work. And I don't know why it didn't work, but I'm glad I changed to this one because this is a lot more compact. As you can clearly see, it's a lot more compact because it does not have this extra bit over here. If anyone can explain to me why this doesn't work, and that one works, I understand why this one works, I completely understand why this one works, but I do not understand why this one doesn't work. Why doesn't this work? Why? As you can see, if I put 1 egg in here, it dispenses it, right? That one works, but then if I do this, and then do this, see the eggs are stacking up over here. They're clearly stacking up, and not like, you know. Yeah, it's not working, see? Why doesn't this work? Like, why? Why, bruv? Why? As you can see, it's like, it's just doing this now. It's just doing this. Now the observer is just detecting a change in redstone signal power. And yeah. As you can see, this version doesn't work. Why? Why? Why doesn't it work? I'm confused by this. I'm actually confused by this, like genuinely. Someone needs to explain this to me. But this one works. I understand this one. This one doesn't work. This one, it doesn't work. I do not understand why this version doesn't work. But this one works, as you can see. I would love to get an explanation for this in the comments, if possible. Why doesn't this work? I want an explanation because I do not understand why this one doesn't work. I clearly do not understand why this one doesn't work. Like, bruh, what? Why the fuck isn't it working? Bruh. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye-bye!